Hi guys, it's Karen. I want to thank you so much for joining me in this 5-part series, video blogging. This is part 5. So day 1, we looked at video and some of the compelling reasons to use video in your marketing. Day 2, we looked at how to technically do that. How do you use it via YouTube and sharing it with Google+, both owned by Google. And we talked about how important wooing Google in this Google-centered economy is right now. Day 3, we talked about Facebook. And we talked about how to incorporate the video and in Facebook marketing in general and how you can be using Facebook marketing for your business. And day 4, we talked about LinkedIn, which is more about you, more about how you can portray yourself to our inherently nosy prospects. They want to know more about you, and that LinkedIn is a great way to do that. Today, which is the last day, we're just going to talk a little bit about Twitter and Pinterest, which are 2 other social networking sites that that I use that I think are timely for this discussion. So first, Twitter. When I first started using Twitter, I was like, what the heck? What in the world? Who cares about this stuff? Right? Like, who cares about my 140 characters on what I had for lunch or whatever? Well, first of all, what I found is people do care. People are very interested in like, again, inherently nosy, right? So that's interesting. But and I actually was complaining to a group of women in a business group that I belong to. I was like, I don't really understand. I don't think I'm using Twitter right. And their response to me is, Twitter's biggest benefit to them is being able to connect with people you wouldn't be able to connect with otherwise, right? You can't call Oprah and say, hey, Oprah, I have this great new idea for you, but you can tweet her. Yeah, right? So I'll give you another example. I was watching an episode of Breaking Bad, and I saw I guess it's I don't know what you call him, but an actor that I recognized from another show that I watch. So I tweeted him and said, I just saw Breaking Bad, was that you? And he replied back, he's like, yeah, that was me. And we had this little mini conversation. I was so excited. I mean, it didn't really help my business, but it emphasized to me the point of how accessible people are. Now, granted, you're going to have a lot more success tweeting an extra actor and getting a response than you are Oprah. But you know what? There are ways to engage some of the people in your industry with your business and have them help get to know you better by conversing with them in Twitter. So when you look at your Twitter timeline, if it's all about you, if it's all like, check this new product out, check this, check that, you want to see a lot of retweets, you want to see a lot of talking to other people. If you see somebody in your industry that's doing something you love, reply to them, say, oh my gosh, I love this, good luck with it. Right? So it's ways to have conversations with people that you wouldn't be able to have otherwise. And while that might not bring direct dollars into your business, it will indirectly give you opportunities you would never be able to have otherwise. Speaking opportunities, guest post opportunities, things like that. So don't overlook Twitter. Twitter is an amazing way to connect with people in this economy. And Pinterest, another thing that took me a little while to get in touch with, right? I'm a geek. I'm like, what's all this designy, artsy, fartsy stuff, you know? But I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I'm actually going to, inspired by this, I'm actually going to connect my Pinterest stuff up to my LinkedIn and Twitter page today, because I don't do a lot on Pinterest, but I've been reading so much about it lately, how it is so much, it's almost overtaking Twitter in its effectiveness in bringing people to your website, which is what we want to do here. At the end of the day, we want these sites to bring people to our website so that we can engage them with something to get them on our list so that we can market directly to them. So Pinterest is an amazing way to do that. It's especially because it's so visual. So if you can find visual ways to share what you do with the world and start to engage with people via Pinterest, that is definitely going to bring people to your site. And again, that's what we're looking to do here. So that wraps up today's workshop and this 5-series workshop. I hope it was helpful. Check the link below and leave me links to your Twitter and your Pinterest pages, because I want to connect with you. I'll leave you links to mine because I want you to connect with me. And we'll do this again soon. Thanks so much for being around for this, and have a wonderful day. Bye.